I think all INFJs would benefit from this one special thing. When I see INFJs engage with what I'm about to talk about, I have watched them heal, transform, and learn to hear their intuition in a deeper and more beautiful way. What am I talking about? I'm talking about therapy.
Oh, gross.
No, wait, don't click away from this video, okay? Hear me out. I'm going to share with you why INFJs benefit so much from therapy and what's going on in their brains and their hearts. And just for some clarification, that's right, I'm a therapist specifically for INFJs. Because I know what it's like to be an INFJ in therapy and to not feel heard or understood. My hope is for all INFJs to feel heard, understood, valued, and accepted. Let's dive in. INFJs firstly find therapy to be really weird. They are not used to being the person where the spotlight is on them. They are used to being the counselor for their friends. INFJs are the people that their friends turn to when they're going through a hard time. So often with catch-ups, the INFJ is the listening ear. They are the person encouraging their friend, sitting alongside them, patting them on the back, giving them words of advice and encouragement. But when it comes to their own issues and their own needs, INFJs find it really difficult to even open up to their friends about what's going on. And that could either be because their friends aren't actually listening or hearing what they're saying and they're just jumping in with their own inputs and their own stories, or it's because the INFJ, it's just so foreign for the INFJ to even open up, that to start opening up and sharing their problems feels like a big burden. I know for myself as an INFJ, and funnily, as an INFJ therapist, I find it really hard to tell my friends when I'm struggling, to tell them when I'm going through a hard time. In fact, I think INFJs, and I know I did this when I was younger, we would almost ghost our friends or just become a hermit and hide away and not actually come out of our hermit shell until we got through whatever difficult thing we were going through. The thing is, this isn't necessarily healthy. We are humans and we're not meant to be isolated and we're not meant to be going through life alone. That's the beautiful thing about therapy and having regular therapy sessions. It gives you a chance where you don't need to be the support person for somebody else because you are literally in a session where you are the one being supported. It gives you a practice ground to actually open up and share everything that is going on in your heart and in your mind. And I bet you, INFJ, you have so much going on in your heart and your mind. What I have learnt by providing therapy for INFJs is that for INFJs to even understand what's going on here and what's going on here, you need to speak it out. And it's in that act of speaking out that you can then hear yourself speak and begin to have those aha moments. As a counsellor, I would never tell a client what to do. Now, I've made that mistake before. I've made the mistake of opening my mouth and giving advice. Like, you know, something minor, like, oh, have you thought about getting a cleaner or something like that? It does not go well because INFJs, you know yourself best. The other person doesn't know you. You know yourself best. But sometimes you just need that space to speak, for you to just get that clarification, to get that understanding of what's really going on for you. You don't need somebody to tell you what to do. You already know what to do. You already have a deep sense of intuition. You know that you are intuitive. You know that there's a path for you. But it's just that when we get so locked up and so trapped in our overthinking and overanalyzing, it can become hard to hear what our intuition is telling us. And that's why therapy is so powerful for you. It is so powerful because it's a full hour of just being able to talk and to connect. And what you will find that happens in a therapy session, whether it's with me or with somebody else, is that we would ask you questions. You'll say something and then I'll ask you a question. And that question could then trigger something else, or it could allow you to see something from a different perspective, from a higher perspective. The other thing that is so beneficial for INFJs in therapy is the ability to connect in with your body. Now, this very much depends on the therapeutic technique that your therapist uses. But I know for myself, I like to use a thing called internal family systems. And that's where we're all made of different parts, right? And I will often ask the person what part is speaking, and I will ask them, where do you feel that part? Where in your body do you feel that? What does it look like? What visual representation do you see in your body? You see, I think INFJs have this problem in not being able to connect with their body, in not being able to be present. We are definitely way more in our hearts and our head and not in that outer sensory experience. That's our shadow self. But it's so important that we connect with our shadow self, because when you can connect your feelings to your body and you can connect your mind to your body and your heart to your body, that's when you can live a more present and beautiful life. It's being in your body that allows you to be in the now. INFJ, you are a big picture person, thinking person. Right? You are. You see so far into the future, but that can be to your detriment. That's when you forget to live now, to find joy in the now. That's how therapy can help you, to help you get back into the present, to get you finding joy in doing the things that you do now.